Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Shannon Schmoll and I am the director of the Abrams Planetarium, and I'm excited to show you today some 360-degree images and how we might be able to use that for virtual tours and virtual visits to different locations. And so this is a 360 video, so if you've never interacted with one before, there's different ways that you can actually interact with this to look all around. So that's why I might look a little skewed in the image right now. So if you are on a computer, you can go ahead and click on the video itself and drag it and move the image. And when you do that, you should be able to find more copies of our logo, which looks like a little dome with a planet underneath and some stars and the words Abrams Planetarium. And there will also be some words that you can find like hello, hi, welcome, and thanks for watching. So you can go ahead and move things around that way. Another option is if you are watching this YouTube video on a phone, on a cell phone, it will actually recognize where you are. So if you move your phone up above your head or down or to the side, it will actually recognize where you are and automatically move the image. So it feels a little bit more immersive. And we use videos and images that are 360 like this to project onto our dome in our planetarium theater. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to actually show you a Google view here. We do have an Able Eyes tour of the planetarium. It is linked on our public programs and group visit pages on our website, which is www.abramsplanetarium.org. So this is just an image of our theater, and I wanted to show you this way. I'm going to click and drag and move the image around just to show you how you can also interact with the 360 image. You can see this is our space. We have 141 seats where people can sit. We do have accessible seating in the back, and we do also have large spaces in the center of the theater so people can come in. If they are in a wheelchair, we have several different options for where they can sit in the theater. We can also make our space sensory friendly. We do offer a tablet that has the Google Live Transcribe app for anyone who may be hard of hearing or deaf. And we also have tactile books for our astronomy shows for anyone who might be low vision or blind who would like to feel the shapes of the constellations and planets that we are talking about. But you can also see that this space is a large domed ceiling where people can look up and feel as if they are immersed. Often at times this is with the night sky or an astronomy themed, but again, we can use different types of videos and images to take tours of different locations beyond astronomy topics. So let's take a look at that. I have a slideshow of images that I'd like to show you that are all 360-degree images. You can go ahead and interact with it again by moving the screen or moving your phone. We're going to go through the slideshow first just to describe what the images are, and then we will come back and we'll let the slideshow continue and loop through while we talk about how this might be useful. So first, this is an image of an ancient temple in China that is now they're ruins, and so some of the bricks have fallen apart over time. The ground is made up of uneven bricks, and there is a person taking a picture in a doorway. There's also very steep and steps for people to go up. The next image is of the inside of an observatory at the Kitt Peak National Observatory. There is a large telescope with a blue support. There is a walkway with people on either side, including myself in a green coat and black hat, and then two other people on the other side wearing black coats and taking pictures. The next image is of a church in France with a very old wood floor that are kind of at a diagonal pattern with wood chairs instead of pews. There's also very ornate artwork on the ceiling with large chandeliers hanging down. And we have several paintings of religious iconography along the walls in this image. There are also alcoves where people can go and light candles. This is an image that is showing very rocky terrain on the coast of South Africa. So looking out, you see the horizon of the ocean and the waves coming in. The land itself is very rocky, it's very uneven, and there's a large rock structure around that shows a lot of craggy bits and interesting geology. Next is an image of Botswana out in the savannah. There are trees all around. There's a small puddle or a watering hole, some small birds, and a jeep on which the camera is sitting. There are clouds in the sky. The ground is it's very loose dirt is on the ground. So those are just some of the images that we have within our library so far. I've taken some of them, others have taken them. Usually if someone tells me they're traveling somewhere interesting, I will ask them to take the camera with them and try to gain some new pictures. And the advantages of this is that if we project it into the planetarium on our dome, it immerses people into these spaces without having to travel there. So if it's hard to take students there due to what the terrain might be like, or because it's in a different country and that's very expensive, this is a way to immerse people into these spaces in a way that can also be very communal within the planetarium itself. People are sitting in a chair, they don't have headsets on or anything like that, so that they can very easily point to different things and talk about what they are seeing. Now, when we can't be in the theater, like right now with the coronavirus, we can create videos like this and put them on YouTube. And so this is also advantageous. It still gives the context piece. So if you're looking at a piece of art, sometimes the context of where it sits or where it hangs is very important. Or how different rock formations are sitting next to each other can be very important. And so you get that context still that you might not have from a two-dimensional image. For some people as well, even though we try to make the planetarium very accessible, and we are always working to do better, sometimes there might be certain mobility issues that will prevent people from being able to look upward. And because of that, it makes it difficult for them to experience the planetarium. And we have heard that before. And so we have also heard that videos like this are a good substitute. So it's a way to still experience something a little bit more immersive that isn't as hard on someone's neck if they can't move it very easily. And so these are the different ways that we can do this and use this. We can make spaces more accessible in different ways. And if you want to create your own content, we are happy to help you out with that. So I'm going to move back to the video of me. So once we do that, go ahead and navigate back to essentially the front of the video or where we started so that you can see me again. Hello. So if you want to create content like this for your class or for a program, we are happy to help out either within the planetarium itself once we reopen or with YouTube videos like this. The way that we tend to make these videos is through 360-degree cameras that exist. So this is one of our favorite ones. This is a Ricoh Theta. So I think Theta is the brand and Ricoh is the name of the camera. They have several different versions of this camera. If you wanted to purchase one yourself, they range from about $200 to $1,000 depending on what you want or need. Excuse me. And so these are really nice because there's a single button on here that you can just push. It has a really user-friendly app, so you can connect to the camera itself and kind of get out of the way or hide or blend into the image and take the image from your camera. Though oftentimes if I'm traveling, I'll just put it on my head and click it. So if you look back in some of those images, you might see people's heads as you look towards the bottom of the image, and that's because people are often doing that. It takes an image in one go, and it can also take video. So if you wanted to borrow one of these cameras, we have 2 of them at the planetarium. You just have to email me. My email is below my name on this video, and it's schmolls@msu.edu. So schmolls@msu.edu. Or you can email Abrams@msu.edu. So the name of the planetarium, Abrams@msu.edu. Now, if our cameras are all checked out, or if you want to try a different one, the Digital Scholarship Lab at the MSU Library has Insta360 1X cameras, which are very similar and also really nice cameras to use. They're very portable, they're very easy to use, and they take great images. The Digital Scholarship Lab does have a 360 room, so it's a 360 set of projectors within one room that kind of immerse you as well. And a lot of what we do and they do does overlap. The difference is we can seat more people than the DSL, but the DSL does not require you to look up in any way. So there are advantages and disadvantages of both, but know that there are multiple options and that you can also check out cameras from there. Now, if you have a phone, a smartphone, there are also apps that will let you take some of these photospheres. So 360 images like this are often called photospheres. And there's an app called Google Street View that will let you take these images. It's nice and it's free and it works on most phones. Though I'm also finding that a lot of phones these days, in their camera app that's built in, there is a photosphere option, which you can also use. And these apps usually work by showing you a dot, and then you have a circle that you have to line up with that dot. Once you do, it automatically takes the picture and guides you to the next dot. And you do this over and over all around you until you have about 40 images, and then the app will stitch it together in a single image. And so that's another option as well. If you are out and about and really want to do something, it takes a little longer. The images aren't always as clean. Sometimes you can see where it was stitching and you get weird lines, or if someone's walking by, they're in the picture 3 times, which is interesting, but it is a really nice free way of also interacting with this. So if you have any questions, if you want to explore any of these things or ask us about our sensory-friendly shows or other more traditional planetarium shows, again, you can reach us at abrams@msu.edu or me directly at schmoles@msu.edu. Thank you so much and have a great day.